I just wanted to show you how I put together my worm boxes for a little worm farm that I've got. So this is just a little box I made. It's out of cedar, 1x6s, and see this piece here's kind of got some grooves on it to stay in place with the other box there. And then underneath I've got some meshing. Can you really see that? Let's see. There we go. Kind of a wire. It's big enough for the worms to go through, but small enough for moles to stay out. And I like to cut the dirt or the grass off. It doesn't matter. It'll go out sooner or later anyway. But anyway, and then over here I've got another worm box, and I'm actually transferring some dirt out right now because they get kind of full, you know, and then you can use the dirt later. So I'm going to just set this here a little bit, and I've just got a kind of a trash can here. It's just got some dirt in it. Might have a few little baby worms and maybe some worm eggs in it. And then in here, this is my worm box right here, and it's full of dirt and plenty of worms. So there's a big guy there. Not all that big, and most of them are down, you know, maybe like 3 inches or something. So anyway, this is the one I'm focusing on right now. What I'm doing is I'm grabbing this dirt out, and I'm just kind of sifting through it a little bit to see what I can find. I'm not really finding anything on the top, which is about right. I like to check. There was a little teeny worm in there. But I'm going to take this dirt, I'm going to put it in that box over there without any worms in it, and keep putting food in there, just scraps, and the worms will come out of the ground and enter the worm box, and they'll say, hey, there's food here, let's hang out here, let's have babies, let's grow a colony. So there's a little worm. It's a little yellow worm, if you can see that one. It's a different kind of worm. There's different kinds of worms, I don't know them all, but you got the earthworm, the night crawler, the red wiggler. I found some little brown worms. They don't seem to get that big, but anyway, let's see what we got down here. I go a little quickly when I'm on the top because, you know, there's not a lot on the top. But as soon as I get down, see that? There all the worms are. There, that's a nice sized earthworm there. He's active. There's a couple more. So I want these in my box here because I want them to stay in here and hang out together and have babies and multiply and grow. There's kind of, oh, there's one of those little brown ones. I don't know if that's just a baby earthworm or if that's a different kind, but it's like, it's brown and it's little. I've seen a bunch of short ones like that. I just don't know. I don't know enough about that part, but I like to look through and see what I can find. You find bugs in here and stuff too. They like to hang out in the dirt. It's just the way it is. And there's a little brown one. Plus there's the red wigglers. Those are apparently real good worms to have because, oh, there's a big one. There's another big one. The red wigglers grow fast. They multiply fast. They're very active. So that's good, right? Especially if you want to get into buying or selling worms. You might have to have a bigger operation than I'm having here, but anyway, that's kind of what I'm doing. So I've got the screen on the bottom here. I've got kind of my base box. I've got this box with the slats on the sides to keep this one steady. And then I just made this lid here. You know, you like to drill holes in the side to let air in, and this lid here, if you can see it, it's just real light. It just keeps the rain out. This is already wet enough. You want to have your dirt at a good consistency, not too wet, not too dry. And then it just goes on one way. We've got chickens, you can hear them right now. But what this does is it keeps the rain out, keeps the chickens out. Anyway, that's that. And let's see what else we got in here, then I'll be done. Yeah, there's more worms. Maybe we can find a red wiggler. There we go. See, he's different. He's got little stripes all over him, if you can see that. Oh, he's kind of hurt right now, but he'll get better. So that's a good kind of worm to have. When I get all this dirt out, I'll be done for now, and I'll just keep filling it with my scraps. I try not to put too much scraps in there at one time, but you know, it'll rot and it'll stink and it'll, you know, smell like dirt and all sorts of stuff. But that's what the worms like. They eat it and then they turn the dirt into this kind of stuff here, kind of their excrement, and there's leaves and stuff in there too. And then this makes great fertilizer. It's good for your gardens. There you go. Got little plants growing in there. Throw that to the chickens. More worms. So that's what I'm doing. There are more ways to do it than this, but this is what I'm doing right now. It's fun. I hope you can find some way to do something similar to this. If you're into worms, they're not hard. If you look online, you can find ways to do it indoors, which might be good. Worms like a good temperature. They don't like it too cold. They don't like it too hot. And indoors is just about right for them, really. Of course, then you got the smell factor and everything else, but you can find that online. But that's what I'm doing. Thanks for watching.